nothing prepared me for the rivers in California, right? So guiding skills and all, yes. But I will never forget either my very first trip working or going to see a river in California. First time rafting in California, period. I get to the river and I'm wearing Chaco sandals, board shorts, and a tank top. And it's May 25th. Everybody's wearing wetsuits and dry suits. And I'm like, wow, I think I'm missing something here. Well, I'm Christian Romero. I am from Costa Rica. It was in Turrialba when, or the rivers near Turrialba where the whitewater rafting was brought to Costa Rica back in the late 70s. It wasn't until early 2000s when I actually started developing more interest in the whitewater rafting industry, not just as a hobby to go on the weekends with my friends, but as a part of work. So for me at that moment, it was an opportunity to make money, progress, travel, and why not? Yeah, rafting was a good trampoline, I will say. Growing up in a small town, you always dream of leaving that small town, which is funny now because I wish I could go back to my little town. Welcome on board of the Happy Bus, everybody. How are we feeling? Feeling nervous a little bit?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Soon, no worries. So we have Nick behind the wheel right here, guys. I want to hear a good round of applause for Nick. Yay. Believe it or not, guys, driving is the most dangerous part of any rafting trip, no matter where you go in the world. So make sure you enjoy the ride. This is where California's history changed forever, back in the 1800s. You know when gold was discovered? 1848. On the morning of January 24th, James Marshall came to check on the construction of a mill. It was a timber mill that he was building for a guy called John Sutter. There is the replica of Sutter's mill to the right, guys. So that morning he found the very first piece of gold that changed California history forever. A year later, in 1849, is when the gold rush started. People from all around the country and many places around the world, many countries, they came here with the high hopes of becoming rich by finding gold. All right? Influence. Pacuare is the best whitewater rafting experience you can have in Costa Rica. And I'm not only looking at it for the rapids point of view. Rapids are amazing. Class 3s, Class 4, Class 1 up to Class 4, but it's what's around it as well. The area, what's the biodiversity, the canyon, the culture. It's very rich. So Pacuare to me was the school that I needed to forge who I am right now as a river guide. It was a great school. Being a whitewater rafting guide for the right companies, I got the opportunity to experience all that and learn too. So went to school, I learned a lot about biodiversity, flora and fauna, which allowed me just not to be a river guide. I became a naturalist guide as well. So I can not only navigate a raft down the river, but I can also handle a big group or a small group, take them for a walk in the jungle for an hour or 10 days, go kayaking on the ocean, kayaking on the river. So it opened up a world of opportunities.
Stop. All right, look your feet. And forward. Here we go. 1, 2,
Unexpectedly came to California and I went to cash my first paycheck and went to a bank, one of the local banks. And there she was, beautiful, redhead, green eyes. And I gave her my first paycheck. And many years later, I still give her my paychecks. So I didn't only fell in love with the rivers, I fell in love with my wife now, you know, the love of my life, and the mother of my 2 daughters. So now it's a family, right? It's not just me traveling around. I usually do spring. I do most, you know, every time I can, or every time there is a trip, I do most of my spring season in the North Fork. Then go back into the South Fork. And one of the best things about the South Fork is that anyone can go rafting. If you're 6 years old or over, you can go whitewater rafting on the South Fork. It doesn't matter if it's 1,300 CFS or if it's 8,000 CFS. Okay, you can go rafting down the South Fork of the American with whatever level. Family friendly. We have lots of families that come to the South Fork. I have 3 kids myself, you know, so I love working with families and working with kids. Whitewater rafting, yes, you know, like I say, it was a great trampoline, but there's more beyond whitewater rafting. It's more of experience. What do we want to deliver to the people? Even when they come to us in the summer and they say, you know, we're going whitewater rafting today. It's not just going down the river. It's a combination of ingredients that actually puts a good trip. Good stories, good laughs, good rapids. Hey, you know, river, the water is a little chilly, so crack some jokes here and there, keep us smiling and warm. So a couple of years ago, I started with this project of putting together winter vacations. So I bring Americans from California to Costa Rica for their winter vacation, their winter getaway. And after all these years, 15, almost 16 years working in the tourism industry, working for all these, you know, like amazing companies, I learned a lot. I earned a lot of knowledge that I can put into place. Stop! Lean in, everybody! Hold on, please. Whoa! Yeah, baby! Everybody follow come! Oh, yeah! Leaning, leaning! Whoa! Whoa! All right, paddle forward now! Stop! Yeah! Final high five, you guys! Woo! That one caught me too. Went all the way into my nose. My motto is always to share happiness, right? Like I wake up in the morning, I'm actually a very good morning person. I wake up actually like, yay, let's do it. So when I interact with people, I usually go give them a big hug if they're my friends, and sometimes people that I don't know. At the end of the day, now we know each other, so I say goodbye with a big hug. So I just like to see life always with positive eyes.